In this video we are going to talk about why more and more poor people move to California but the rich want out. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. According to the US Census Bureau, between 2019 and 2020, population growth in the United States increased at the slowest rate in 120 years, just 35%. While California and New York suffered the highest population declines, poor population growth didn't deter many individuals from relocating, as western and southern regions saw population influxes. Approximately 480,000 people migrated to California from other parts of the country in 2019, compared to more than 653,000 Californians who moved to another state, according to statistics from the American Community Survey conducted by the Census Bureau. Numerous famous locations, gorgeous scenery, opulent infrastructure, idyllic beaches, and interesting job prospects may be found in California. Additionally, it has the fifth best economy in the world. But why are so many people leaving California, one could ask? More than half of Californians, according to a recent research by UC Berkeley, are considering moving. Since 2000, national migration has caused the state's population to decline. Nevertheless, natural population growth and foreign migration have kept California's population expanding at a rate of 0.35% as of 2016. Only last year, about 700,000 people moved away from California. Even Californians who live there permanently relocate out of the state for a variety of reasons. Not everyone who is thinking about relocating is merely cost-conscious. Others who are aware that more affordable states typically have lower incomes consider job opportunities and wage levels to be important issues. In order to calculate opportunities, we established a national pay scale using the annual average earnings as of the second quarter of 2020. Massachusetts had the highest national average pay at $81,640, followed by New York at $79,040. Third-placed California came in at $76,336 and is a major factor in why many people choose to stay. Washington placed in fourth place with a score of $74,048, followed by Connecticut, $73,164, and New Jersey, $71,552. The value of their revenues is influenced by numerous things. Start with being able to maintain employment. With a median unemployment rate of 2.7%, North Dakota is the state where you don't run the greatest chance of losing your job when you look at average unemployment rates from 2015 to 2019. Hawaii came in second, followed by New Hampshire at 2.8%, Nebraska at 3%, Vermont at 2.8%, and South Dakota at 3.1%. In California, real estate costs enormously, on average $600,000. Furthermore, according to the most recent data from Zillow, California's median rent in mid-2020 will be $2,800, which is higher than the $1,600 national average. Simply put, you cannot afford to live in the state if you are not affluent or willing to move in with friends or family. Local government in California has a significant impact on what gets built. NIMBY, not in my backyard, pressure opposing new construction, which is frequently made in an effort to preserve neighborhood character or safeguard the ecosystem, has typically been taken into consideration by authorities. California had long-term housing storage for a variety of reasons, including the fact that long-term homeowners control local city councils, encouraging them to forbid the construction of new housing developments in the name of preserving the neighborhood's charm or safeguarding the environment. Due to outdated zoning regulations, cities can create dense urban areas. In fact, only single-family homes are permitted to be built on 3/4 of all residential land in Los Angeles. Many Californians attempted to overcome these obstacles by constructing residences outside of the city. Regrettably, these homes are typically constructed in regions that have recently been destroyed by flames. Money not only keeps the globe turning, but it also determines where you're likely to fall when it does. The Turner Center for Housing Innovation at UC Berkeley and the contracting firm BuildZoom collaborated on a study titled Disparity and Departure that looked at where former Bay Area residents moved after deciding to leave the area. It turns out that the answer frequently depends on one's income. Although this pattern is not new, one of the co-authors told the San Francisco Chronicle that the current housing crisis has made it more obvious. In order to analyze migration patterns between 2010 and 2016, the study looks at census data. The main conclusions. Unsurprisingly, those with lower incomes are much more likely to move than those with higher incomes. Nearly 40% of the Bay Area's domestic out-migrants were in households with annual incomes below $50,000. Between 2010 and 2016, 6 people with household incomes under $100,000 moved out for every person in the highest income category, with yearly household incomes of $200,000 or more, who departed the area. However, low-income immigrants frequently remain in California, often in close proximity to their previous residences, in households making less than $50,000 annually. More than 55% of Bay Area out-migrants stayed in California, moving to more affordable markets, such as the Sacramento region or Central Valley metro areas, like Modesto or Fresno. This is frequently an effort to maintain connections to the local communities. Such moves are likely to reflect economic necessity more often than voluntary will, as movers seek affordable housing further and further from California's coastal economic nexus, while trying to maintain proximity to family, friends, and their wider social circle. On the other side, wealthy people are more likely to leave California for other wealthy locations. Most of the higher income households that left the Bay Area departed California altogether. Citation needed: only 1/3 of those living in households with annual incomes of more than $200,000 chose to remain in the state, and those who did so were most likely to relocate to neighboring high-cost coastal regions like as Los Angeles and San Diego. The vast majority of those who fled the state chose to settle in cities including as New York, Seattle, Denver, and Washington, District of Columbia. It is considerably more likely that persons of color will be displaced as a result of these migration patterns. Blacks and Hispanics made up a disproportionately significant number of lower-income outmovers. Although the propensity of outmovers to have lower incomes is noticeable for both Hispanics and blacks, the propensity of outmovers to have lower incomes was a touch more pronounced for blacks than for Hispanics. On the other hand, outmovers of Asian and white origin skewed somewhat toward greater income. Researchers have noted that in spite of the factors that are causing many people to leave their homes in the Bay Area, the population of the region as a whole continues to grow. A remote worker does not necessarily need to reside in California in order to work for an employer based in California. Instead, a lot of remote workers are choosing to live in another city because of its more affordable cost of living. According to a recent survey, almost 43% of residents of California who are able to work from any location are contemplating selling their homes and relocating to other states in pursuit of better opportunities. Even the recent decrease in house prices has not been enough to persuade inhabitants of the state to stay in their current state rather than moving to a state that has a lower overall tax rate. As of October 2020, more than 8,500 fires had destroyed nearly 2 million hectares of land in the state of California. As a result, 2017 was the year with the largest sun in the annals of state history. The exasperation of former Californians who have left the state was made public when it came to the problem of wildfires, which are not going to become less dangerous in the near future. Some people have stated that they will leave their home if it is destroyed by fire one more time because they are unable to deal with the constant cycle of rebuilding and destroying their property. Also, the fires don't simply affect people who live in rural regions. As the fires burned, the largest cities in California were engulfed in heavy smoke, which forced residents of the urban area to stay inside until the fires died down. Some individuals believe that California is cutting resources for police while rioters run everywhere uncontrolled, while others worry about how difficult it is for people to take matters into their own hands at the beginning of an attempted robbery due to the state regulations. Former residents have also leveled criticism at the local prosecutors, saying that the latter are complicit in letting criminals go free. This factor is a significant contributor to the accelerated outmigration of residents from California to other states, where they hope to find greater safety and consistency, as well as more affordable housing. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.